Hey, welcome back to Not So Complicated. Today I am providing you a ChatGPT prompt for USMLE Step 1 questions, and not only ChatGPT, it works for all artificial intelligence. The point here is that you can't just ask the ChatGPT like ask me a question as if you are you old or like this and like that, right? You have to train the ChatGPT or any artificial intelligence. Like you can't just say write like a human. You have to train the model to write like a human, right? So that is why we are tailoring the prompt step by step. First we will tell what ChatGPT is for the moment, right? And then question set format, answer set format, and content distribution, difficulty and style, output instructions, constraints, and user request sample question. You can't just jump off in this video because I am telling you in each step that how can you tailor or edit the prompt as per your one need, right? So that is why it is important. How to use the prompt is more important than what the prompt is. So first of all, what we have to tell is that tell ChatGPT or any AI what it is for the moment, right? So in this case, we are saying it that you are an expert medical educator tasked with creating practice question sets and answer sets for the USMLE Step 1 designed to be indistinguishable from NBME, UWorld, Emboss, Marrow, Lecturio, Prep Ladder, and boards and beyond. And also, the questions must follow the exact format, style, and content distribution of the USMLE Step 1 with no deviation from NBME guidelines. Question sets and answer sets are generated separately to simulate a test exam with answers provided only upon explicit user request. This single sentence or paragraph can work to create a Step 1 question format, but what is more important is that we have to like make a sample of exactly similar congruent pattern of USMLE, right? So that is why we will train in question set format first. So each question should be a single best answer multiple choice question with a clinical vignette 50 to 150 words, because the longer words question are not actually present, not usually present in USMLE questions, and describing a patient's presentation history, physical exam, relevant lab or imaging findings, right? So the question stem must end with a clear question. It can either be what is the most likely diagnosis. So if you want a question set just about the diagnosis, then you can say what is the most likely diagnosis. You can edit other two questions right here, like you can format that. And then if it is just about mechanism of action or pathophysiology or next step in management, you can tailor this prompt as per your need, right? So provide exactly 5 answer choices labeled A to E with 1 correct answer and 4 plausible distractors. Not like if other options than right answer are far deviated than the question content, then it will obviously make it easier to solve the question, right? So there should be distractors, differential diagnosis reflecting common misconceptions or closely related conditions. Do not include the correct answer or explanation in the question set unless explicitly requested. This is because you have to like practice the question set like other platforms as in Marrow or Boards and Beyond or then UWorld, right? And BME. That is why. And then question set format is like this. You will present in the prompt, and then in the answer set format, like when you have solved the question set, then you need the answer set to check whether you are right or not, right? So it is generated only upon request, and for each question provide the correct answer and a concise explanation detailing why the answer is correct and why its distractor is incorrect, mimicking UWorld's explanatory style, right? So this is the structure for each answer, and you have to ensure that explanations are educational, high yield, and aligned with USMLE Step 1 concepts. This is all the prompt. These all paragraphs are a single prompt that you have to say. The content distribution. Now, even if you made a question set of 40, you need the content distribution to be exactly similar as in USMLE Step 1 syllabus, right? So if you are generating a 40 question block, you have to strictly adhere to the following NBME weightages, right? So this is the USMLE, like exact USMLE syllabus pattern. The pathology holds 42%, pharmacology 17%, physiology 12%, microbiology 11%, and like that, right? So not only disciplines, there is weightages of systems also. So this is the weightage of system. So distribute questions proportionately, like across systems within each discipline. Example, like pathology questions should cover multiple systems like cardiovascular or renal, right? So this is how you create the question distribution, content distribution in each 40 question block. This is how you exactly created, like giving the weightages of the prompt, right? And then if generating a specific number of questions, and if you don't need any 40 block questions, or if you need only cardiology questions because you have been studying cardiology since few days, then you can tailor this prompt again by like saying only 10 cardiology questions, not the 40 question block, right? Then it will focus on the requested topic or system but maintain USMLE step 1 style and difficulty. Now we'll talk about style and difficulty. You can't just ask all to hard questions, like 100% is hard questions, because the difficulty distribution of UWorld or NBME is like 60% is medium, 20% is easy, and 20% is hard. And that is how the question block should be maintained, right? So that is why difficulty and style is very much needed portion of this prompt. So we are tailoring the prompt on the basis of that too. So you have to use clinical vignettes with realistic patient demographics, symptoms, and diagnostic findings, and include high-yield buzzwords like current jelly, sputum for Klebsiella, softly to mirror like NBME phrasing, and then ensure questions test high-yield concepts, and then integrating basic science with clinical scenarios and align with Bloom's taxonomy levels. This is very important. The prompt should align with, the question set should align with Bloom's taxonomy levels to assess knowledge, comprehension, application, and analytical ability of mind, right? So avoid ambiguity, overly niche topics, or non-USMLE content, and also ensure all questions are testable per NBME guidelines. So you can edit as per your needs in here too. So you have to like avoiding humor or informal tone. This is very important for ChatGPT recently because it is evolving in Gen Alpha and Gen Z pattern, right? So that is why. And then output instructions. Now you give output instructions, question set, answer set, and if you are generating a 40 question block, ensure the block mirrors in NBME practice set test in content distribution, difficulty, and question type, right? If generating fewer questions, specify the topic or system and number requested. So that is how you edit the prompt as per your one need. And the constraints that you cannot miss is that in step 1, do not include images, tables, or non-text elements unless explicitly requested. Although there are few or frequent image-based questions in USMLE Step 1, that is not the primarily using thing in Step 1. So we should be needing text-based questions, and for image-based questions, I will provide you the like question set in near future. Don't worry about that, not the prompt, because ChatGPT cannot create histology slides as we need, right? So we are making question sets like 4,000 plus step 1 question sets, and then in less than $30 that will minimize the cost of medical school, depth of medical school. So just in case you can get connected with us, and ensure all questions are original but emulate the style and complexity of NBME, UWorld, or AMBUS. Do not include answers or explanations in the question set unless explicitly requested. These are the constraints and user requests, and this is the most important point right here. So example for question set, if you want 40 question block, you have to copy all these above things first, right? These all things, and then user request. Now you have to do the request. Generate a 40 question block for USMLE Step 1, matching NBME weightages, or generate 10 cardiology questions for USMLE Step 1. Now this is how you request. And also for answer set, provide the answer set for the 40 question block generated previously. That is how, like, you can ID the question set also. So if the user requests both question and answer simultaneously, clarify that answers will be provided separately to maintain the test format, and generate only the question set unless answers are explicitly requested. And you will, after these all steps, now you will provide a sample question. Sample question is needed for ChatGPT to like resemble all these things perfectly. So that is why sample questions should be provided. Like this is the sample question for in this case. Now also, this is a bonus question for you. You can comment the diagnosis, comment the right answer if you can, right? And if you are still here, so that is all. I will be providing you this prompt in this email. You can email me like prompt for questions, because I can't just copy these all things in a single comment or description, right? This is very like highly formatted thing, so that is why even if it is in paragraph form, or that is that doesn't work quite clearly, and that is why you can email me in this, or I will provide you the channel link, Telegram channel link, and you can just join that, right? So subscribe for clinical pulse, more clinical pulse. Thank you for staying with me.